Self-esteem is something that we all have and develop over the years. As we mature, the definition of self-esteem is the confidence in one's self-worth or abilities. In essence, it is the belief and the self-respect that you portray for yourself. Unfortunately, our self-esteem is a bit like a pivot. At times it is soaring high, and at other times it is dipped low. As such, our environment and our external influences have a significant impact on our self-esteem. And a lot of the time, self-esteem issues are associated with us being too critical and too strict on ourselves through the influence of others. Or we allow certain events, such as failing an exam, get the better of us and underpin our potential. Today we'll discuss the different signs of low self-esteem, how to overcome them, and the strategies that can help you use negative situations to benefit you instead. Before we jump in, let's note down the signs and symptoms of low self-esteem. There is quite a large variety and list, but we'll name a few of them for today. The first and most obvious one is poor confidence and self-belief. The other is feeling like a failure or avoiding doing new things, assuming that you will fail them, engaging in negative self-talk, and comparing yourself to others. One of the most prominent signs is the fear of failure. These are some of the most common signs and symptoms. Acknowledgement is the first step for recovery and seeking support. As mentioned earlier, our perceptions often impact our self-esteem. We call this our inner circle. Unfortunately, we tend to linger more on the negative and listen closely to criticism, specifically our self-criticism. No one will be as harsh on you as you'll be on yourself. We use it to praise ourselves when something goes good, but when we fail, we criticize and put ourselves down. When you are suffering from low self-esteem, you feel your inner critic is so deeply rooted in the perception that it starts to distort your reality and distracts you from focusing on the bigger image. A practical method of coping with this is by using an achievement journal. This encourages critical thinking. Still, it also enables you to write down your successes, the things you've accomplished in a day or week. Also, when writing down the challenges and barriers faced, it promotes reflection. What have you learned from it? How will you do things differently next time? And most importantly, it keeps track of your accomplishments. One of the biggest hurdles and possibly the most complex challenges for those suffering from low self-esteem is the fear of failure. We've all felt like that at some point or another. We didn't do so well in an exam, we didn't nail the interview or get into the university that we wanted to. It creates a false idea and illusion that we aren't good enough. We feel useless and believe that whatever we do or touch, we will fail at and embarrass ourselves. However, we won't. We learn more through failures than successes. It builds and develops resiliency, and you may not see it at first, but it does create other opportunities. An excellent method in dealing with this is by redefining the term failure. No one is born perfect at something from the start. It's about consistency, reflection, and analysis. Failure allows you to look at situations from a different perspective, create goals, understand your strengths and weaknesses, and link this with journaling. You will become a deep critical thinker who not only values your efforts, but uses them as a foundation upon which to strengthen themselves from.